Michael, first off, just on Jack Morland's return, obviously made an impact last Saturday. Where's the risk versus the reward in terms of playing him and risking him for being missing again? How do you manage that?
No, he's good now. So the plan was for him to get through 30, get through 45, and then he's open for selection. I don't think he'll ever get. Don't think he'll get through 90 if he was to start. But he's available to start now.
What does he offer different from what you've got?
I think he's a bit of a magic man, isn't he? You know, he wants to get on the ball, he wants to drive forward, he wants to be positive. It's great. It's great to see. I think his challenge, is dealing with the physicality at times, but I think everybody saw what he can bring to the team and his enthusiasm and his positivity. He can get on the ball and attack players and drive. He's an exciting player when he's on form. So he brings another dimension to that top line, which is exciting.
On the injury front, how are things looking?
Yep, so nothing's, Oscar has had his surgery, which is great news. So he's, on the mend straight away. Jacko's had surgery himself, so he'll be out for a few weeks. And then, DJ's building his fitness back as we go. Obviously been out a bit longer than the rest. So, and you saw Rico came back, which was great as well. So we're looking great on the injury front. We've got numbers in the squad to pick from. As we go into, if you like, a winter period, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, at the time to have a fully fit squad, this is the good time to have it near enough, isn't it? Because of the amount of games you're going to have in the next few weeks. Yeah,
we've said, it's going to take everybody in the group, whether they're in the squad, in the starting 11, on the bench, not in the squad, they're going to have to be ready. And it feels like everybody's out there. We've been out there training today, and we've had 22, 23 players chomping to make the squad, to get on the starting 11, and we're going to need that because we're going to pick up injuries, we're going to pick up niggles, and like you say, game after game.
And Port Vale currently bottom of the league because it's so congested. Are they a side that deserve to be there?
That's a tough question. I think it's tough. It's tough for everybody in the league at the minute. Everybody's beating everybody. I went to watch Huddersfield Luton just to get eyes on Huddersfield. You saw the results. Stevenage, Peterborough started under Luke Williams amazingly well and get beat by Stevenage. So I think at the minute everybody's beating everybody and everybody's dangerous. So whether they're bottom of the league, top of the league, I think you can't take any game for granted in this league at the moment. So even though they're a bit of a not picked up points they wanted to, they're a bit of a wounded bear being, like you say, bottom of the league. But we've got to look after ourselves and concentrate on what we do, and we're at home and we want to be aggressive, and we want to be an attacking team. Worry about ourselves, not where Port Vale are really.
And that stranglehold on games, I guess, is the big thing, isn't it? If you can get a stranglehold, because there's so little between a lot of the teams this year.
Yeah, so little between every team. You see every game has been a bit of a knife edge, or in some weird results, a team's run away with it. But if you look at the games, it's been really close. I know that might sound a bit strange, but even I've looked at some games that have gone 3-4s, and they're actually close games until teams risk a lot more. So in the opening stages of games, they're really tight. The first goal is really important. But like you say, it's getting a stranglehold on the league. But every game's worth 3 points. It doesn't matter whether you play the top of the league or bottom of the league. 3 points is all worth the same, and we just want to keep accruing points and keep putting points on the board. And over this, like you say, the next 9-10 games is going to be really important to pick up enough points, whether at home or away from home.
We're getting close to the January transfer window. We haven't talked transfers for a long time.
It's a bit early.
It is. But when does your focus start to turn more towards that, in terms of January and bringing players in and moving players around?
It never moves away from the pitch and the grass, because that's the primary role. I think the focus is with Jez, the recruitment team. Joe has always been on January, so I don't think we ever not focused on it. But you don't know what players are available till later on. So but we've got a process. We know what we need to do, or what we're looking at. We know people that might not stay because they've not played enough if they're loanees, and so we've got all different options available to us, and we're always in weekly meetings about recruitment moving into January. So, but I'm happy. I'm really happy with what we've got in the squad. We might want to add a little bit to it, and there might be some areas that we think we can, help the group with in terms of who we bring in. But more so, January is always more a reactive window, especially when we've got the group that we've got. I think it'll be more a reactive one for us, but there will be things that we think we can still do to strengthen as we go into January. But again, it's if we get points on the board and then we want to strengthen and we want to keep improving, and that might change it as well where we are. So we've just got to concentrate on the grass. But yeah, our attention never goes away from recruitment, if you like, but my fully focus is on the grass at the moment.
Those loanees in particular that you talked about, those decisions that come up in January, are you hoping that the relationships you as a club have built with Ipswich, with Wolves, whoever it may be, those decisions are made early on in the window?
Yeah, I think we have really good relationships with them, even though, like, of course, some of the players on loan want to play more and their parent clubs want to play more, just like we'd send Oshin out and we'd want him to play more. That's just a natural thing in football, but the reality of that, it doesn't always happen. But, you know, we've been really happy with those lads, you know, Dexter, Finley, you know, Frankie. They've been fantastic. They've integrated in the group well, they've trained very well. Their parent clubs are happy because we've improved them and keep coaching them, and we care about them like they're our own. So, you know, that's nothing to say that anything's going to happen there. It's just more so, you know, there's lots of discussions that need to go on with parent clubs. There's lots of discussions that need to go on with maybe incomings, if you like. But we're in a strong place, and I think that's the most important thing. If you look at the squad and where we're at, we're in a very strong place, which is pleasing.